This is a badland and it looks pretty dead. So I'm going to be transforming it from a wasteland into a biome full of civilizations and habitats. And do I know how to do any of these? Badlands, one of the most boring biomes in the game. The biome has zero things to offer to the player. The environment is pretty boring and there are little to no mobs which spawn in the game. As for now, we got armadillos, but that's exactly it. Why would a player want to travel to Badlands? So what could be done to improve the biome? Well, instead of adding copper to the game and adding tons of other things related to copper, why not create a biome overhaul or a biome update? And what's the first thing that comes to our mind when we speak of the Badlands? Well, I guess the Wild West. Yes, the Wild West with a bunch of dudes in hats swinging their guns around, hunting for food and looting villages, and much of the things which is done pretty much in Minecraft. Well, you could say Minecraft is a cowboy game, to be honest. So to fix the basic issues of the Badland, I thought why not create a huge update for it, since I'm pretty much jobless and I have nothing much to do right now. So here we have Minecraft, the Phantom Frontiers update. Now this update adds tons of features in the game, which improves the overall Badlands biome. So there's one important issue with the Badlands biome, and that is the overall diversity of the resources. The biome has pretty much no wood sources except the mines, which are pretty hard to find, and wood plays an important role in the overall Minecraft experience. So why would a player want to settle in a biome where there's little to no resources, right? So I added trees. So these are basically acacia trees. They're just a bit different in terms of looks, but they just do exactly offer the same thing because I was too lazy to add a new type of wood, obviously. So yeah, that's one feature done. Now we have gotten ourselves a new source of wood in the Badland biome, so there's still a chance for the players to stay. But what else would the player want in the biome? Well, maybe the food source, right? Since the players do have hunger bars, and to fulfill that, I added two new mobs in the game, and that is buffaloes. Yes, the buffaloes are basically a huge colossal beast which spawn usually in the Badlands now. They are a sort of passive aggressive mob which drop you the hide and the meat. Now their meat can be cooked and they can be eaten for obviously hunger reasons, obviously. The buffalo hide, which could be used to craft new types of armors in the game, which we'll get to in a bit. Okay, so stay with me right now. So now if you look at it, we have two important features that'll make the player stay in the biome. But what? Now food and basic wood isn't just enough for a player to just live there, right? The biome still looks pretty much dull, right? So I added a few more mobs in the game. Introducing Coyotes. Now Coyotes are basically a dog sort of variant, and you know Minecraft has pretty much done many variants, so why not I tried to add a variant in the game. So Coyotes are a new type of variant of wolves or dogs, you could say. They drop the coyote hide and their teeth, coyote teeth. Now the coyote hide could be used to craft the coyote armor set. Basically it's like a new armor set which added in the game. And we have the Coyote teeth, which could be used to craft many types of weapons in the game, which we'll get to later in the weapon section, obviously. So now we have 2 new mobs in the game, right? But 2 mobs are not enough for a person like me, since I'm pretty much extremely jobless, and I thought to add tons and tons of more mobs and armors, okay? So stay tuned with me. And if you're an OC, you might remember that Minecraft actually announced a biome update, which was like a vote, and I think, I don't remember exactly, I think it was the jungle biomes, I could be wrong, but it was one of the biomes did get updated in the game, and yeah, and Badlands was not one of them, unfortunately, and they did show a glimpse of the Vulture, right? So I thought, why not add it? So I did what an sane man would do. Introducing the Vultures. These birds add a unique ambient to overall Badlands. They often roam in groups, circling around players, just waiting for the right moment to strike. And now that I think of it, they could be the first birds that has been added to Minecraft. So I thought, why not they have a new type of loot, which is their feathers. Now the vulture feathers are a new type of feather which could be used to craft many items in the game, including a new weapon called the spear. And eventually I will add a vulture armor set later on in some other updates. And looking now, we're pretty much done with a simple update, right? We have trees in the Badlands, we have food, we have few more mobs related to the Badlands. But something seems to be off. This isn't exactly a Badlands update. It is more like a Wild West expansion to the Badlands. And what's the first thing that comes to our mind when we think of the Wild West? The cowboys. So I added 2 different types of new villagers and illagers to the game. The sheriffs and the bandits. And as the name suggests, sheriffs are the good guys and bandits are the bad guys, right? The bandits will hunt you down, whereas the sheriffs will provide protection. Well, if you look at it, sheriffs should provide protection to what? Since now our place is still a wasteland, right? So I added the prospector villagers. Now these villagers are mining villagers, and they could mine blocks, right? They could mine any type of ores, they could mine cobblestone, and they could just phase through it as they want. But the only thing is they cannot collect it, right? If you think of it, where would these villagers live? Since we don't have any sort of villages in the game so far. It's just wasteland, right? So I did what any sane person would do. I added towns. Now towns are basically villages of the Badlands, and as the name suggests, they're pretty much structured to be a modern sort of replacement for the villages, since villages wouldn't suit for the prospectors and all those new type of people, right? So the town could be found with a salon and jail and many other types of houses, and it's just a basic small representation of the Wild West towns. And as for now, they do offer some sort of loots, but yeah, I will update the towns in the future. But the salons look a bit empty, so I added a new type of villager again, and this villager is called the bartender. Now the bartenders do offer you whiskeys and other types of food materials, you know, so you could just go there, relax, eat your food, drink, and you could chill there, to be honest. But if we go back and see, Wild West wasn't just cowboys, right? There were many other things which were there, and one of them was the natives, which played an important role in the Wild West history. So I did add them in the game. And I added 2 new types of native villagers. The first being the normal ones, which could spawn with 2 variants, one with a Bowie knife, I don't know how to pronounce that, to be honest. It's a bowie now, I don't know. Anyways, and one with the tomahawk. And the next one being the hunters. Now the native hunters are covered with their coyote armors, and they roam with big spear in their hands, and they're pretty much taller. To be honest, they're pretty handsome. Well, wait. Yeah, anyways. Now, while I did add them, I need to add some place for them to stay and chill, right? So, I added the native villages. Now, the native villages are basically tents, you could say, and they're structured in a way so there are like camps and totems and all those type of things, and they're surrounded pretty much with like, I don't know, Badlands. Obviously, what would you expect? Yeah, and that's for the natives, and the natives have the place to live, and so do the new type of villagers, right? But that's not it. I know, I needed to add more things. Now I could have ended the overall mod with this, but no, I'm sort of stupid, so I thought of adding another type of update, and that is the Phantom Frontiers. That's what the name suggests, right? And I was like, Frontiers is there, but what about the Phantom? Phantom, not the goofy Phantom from the Minecraft. No, not him. Phantom as in the ghosts, right? So I thought, let's add a new type of ghostly aspect to the Minecraft world, right? Badland is pretty much inhabited by nothing, literally. So I added new mobs in the game. Those are the spectral cowboys and the rats. And you might know about the rats, they're basically the same from the Minecraft Dungeons ones. They look the exact same, and they do drop a new thing, to be honest, both of them. They drop the ectoplasm shards. Now what exactly is ectoplasm shards? They're a new type of shards which could be used to craft ectoplasm ingots. Now what exactly is ectoplasm ingots? Well, and ectoplasm ingots are sort of phantom ghostly ingots which could be used to craft a new set of armor called the ectoplasm armor. Now what exactly is an ectoplasm armor? Well, it's a pretty cool armor, that's it. Yeah, what did you expect me to add in the game? I don't know, I'm not a great developer of some sort. I add cool stuff, that's it. Get it? Now that couldn't be just enough for the name being Phantom Frontiers. So I added more mobs related to the ghostly aspects. And one being the Midnight Coyotes. Now Midnight Coyotes are pretty rare to spawn. And when they do spawn, they could spawn in very different areas, and they're like very rare to find. But when you do find one, and when you kill it, they drop a new type of hide. That is the Midnight Coyote hide, as obviously. So the Midnight Coyote hide could be used to upgrade the normal Coyote armor. And with that, you can create a Midnight Coyote armor set. So in total, we have 7 armor sets. From the Leather Cowboy to the Nomads and the Outlaw Duster outfit, and the Vaquero armor set, the Midnight Coyote armor set, and the Ectoplasm armor set. And can't forget the Coyote armor set itself. And yeah, we can just combine with any armor you want, and obviously each of them are survival friendly, so you can just make them in survival and you don't need to worry about anything, to be honest.
Oh
Maybe
shit.
give me some credits.
I fall down.
Ooh, you got a new
down.
suit, right? Where's your pants? Hold on. Here, take some pants. And since this is a Wild West video, we can't forget about the ghost towns, right? So ghost towns are towns which are abandoned, and they have pretty interesting looks to it. Yeah, I just remade the Wild West town with cobwebs and broken parts. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, they spawn ghosts, and you know, the spectral cowboys and the rats. Yeah, that's very cool, I guess. So that's about it for the ghost towns. And as for all the weapons and items in the game, we'll take a closer look in game.
Goofy jeans on.
Moving on, we got some new items in the game. Shit. Oh, yeah. So the basic items which you could use to craft, and each of them are obtained in survival itself. The Vulture feather, which drops by killing a vulture. Then we got a fermented grain mash, which is created for our whiskey. And we have ectoplasm ingots, which are crafted by the ectoplasm shards. Then we got some cooked and uncooked buffalo meat. We got some whiskey bottle and some whiskey. Now drinking whiskey
Is not good.
not good, but in the game, since it's a cowboy candy, let's make sure it gives us regeneration. We have then we have the cooked buffalo meat, which you could use to nutrition yourself. Shit. Alright, anyways. Moving all that aside, we also got some coyote teeth. We'll move on to the weapons, which is some basic weapons right here. Like the totem of strength gives you totem, obviously the strength effect. But yeah, as for now, it's just obtainable in creator mode. As I'm gonna add a boss, so you know you can fight it and get that by itself. Then we got obviously the gravedigger shovel, which is like obtained by killing a boss. And there is the badge of honor. So when you wear the badge of honor, you can wear it in your half hand. For most cases, yeah, you can wear it there, right there. It looks pretty cool. Then we got the spear, which used to spear people.
Like edge.
No. And we got these ectoplasm cutlass.
Whoa! Took a lot of damage.
My bad. And then we got the tomahawk, and we got the Bowie knife. The tomahawk is quite faster than a regular weapon like this, so it can deal a lot of damage. And yeah, that's about it for the melee weapons. And then moving on, we got the guns. So guns and explosives, or you could say ranged weapon at this point. And yeah, so first of all, we got the basic revolver, which does normal damage.
What? What happened?
So for the ranged weapons, we got the revolver. So the revolver does melee weapon, the ranged weapon damage. Then we got the double some sort of explosiveness if you hit a mob. Let's find a mob for it.
Don't shoot it on me.
Oh yeah. Anyway, so these are the basic the weapons. Then we got the Winchester rifle, which is reload time. These are pretty. Nothing much to do with it. You can craft them in survival itself, and yeah, they're pretty useful for your journey. Mess up biome or the Badlands. But yeah, it'll be fun. And yeah, then another phantom revolver, which is not crafted but obtained by killing a boss. And if that was not all, I added 2 new mini bosses in the game: the Whispering Rat and the Gravedigger. The Whispering Rat is an evil entity that spawns by crafting and placing the Whispering Essence. When killed, it drops the Phantom Revolvers, and it leaves behind its trustworthy horse, the Shadow Steed. Well, that was dramatic. Anyways, meet the Gravedigger. It can be spawned by placing and breaking its gravestone. Oh yeah, you can look at it better right now. It drops the shovel, which can be used as a melee weapon. And yeah, that's about it for the Gravedigger. So these were the 2 simple mini bosses which I added in the game. And yeah, the mod took a lot of time, so please make sure to subscribe. And thanks, I guess, for supporting me and
helping me reach to more than 2,000 subscribers at this point. So yeah,